Phil Jackson and Pat Riley, plain and simple, do not like each other. Phil Jackson, after the team lost in February to the Heat, walked into the locker room and said, "I cannot believe you guys lost to that guy." When Pat Riley walked out onto the court moments ago, he walked by the Bulls coaching staff, said hello to no one except for Tex Winter. Back to Tom and Johnny.
Well, that's the way it's going to be, a cold series, and Michael's getting ready for this one. Let's get this 15 quick. Grillo. Oh, Louis, that's Louis Grillo. What am I doing, Ronnie?
Hardaway with it in the backcourt. Michael trying to post up with Chapman on him. MJ fadeaway jumper, and he's on the board early. High screen and roll with Luke. Longley. Oh, what a play.
Nicely done. Michael to Luke, back to Michael, left-hand layup.
Looking for the lob. Now MJ's got it down there. Off the glass and in. Finds MJ. Michael, little rocker step from long range. MJ drops that one in. He's got 9 now. Side corner. 4-3. Michael with the offensive rebound.
Yes.
In the lane, put it in.
Only 0 for 3 from long distance, but Mike right there to grab it and put it back. He's got 11.
39-36 now. Sally has it down low. Good pass inside to Michael. A good give and go. MJ. That's a great thing about him. Who coach turns and looks, finds Randy Brown down there. Now Michael with Danilovich on him. Backs his way in. Fadeaway jumper. MJ answers. Back to MJ. In the lane, fades, fires and hits. Michael Jordan, top of the circle, 21 for him now. MJ takes his time with a couple. At all-time playoff leaders. For points per game, Michael at a little over 34. Jerry West, Hakeem Olajuwon, Karl Malone, Elgin Baylor. Some pretty decent players.
Split the free throws there.
Trying to post up on top, Tony. Michael was looking for the lob, now comes back. Kukoc backs it out. Scotty still trying to post up. On top, MJ. Shot clock at 4, at 3. Michael fades, fires and hits again.
He's done it so many times. Tough, the clock running out, fading away from that free throw line. Playoff high is 33.
Michael, spin move. Oh,
Yeah. Wow. In, out, around, about, and back down.
Back to Michael. Bulls lead at 74-65. Ron Harper has been huge here in the third quarter. MJ between them all. He got every one of them.
Yes. He went right through the pack of them. Keith Askins just came in the game. Danny Shays, he split them. 28 for MJ. Take a look at this basket. There he goes down, around, and gets in a sandwich, but that ball just finds nothing but net.
Wow. Tony Kukoc comes off the screen from Wellington. Baseline Michael, fadeaway jumper. MJ with a couple more. And I thought this might be a little bit lower scoring game. The Bulls have gone through some lulls, but have come back to play pretty well. Scotty kicks it out to Steve Kerr. Shot clock at 5, at 4, at 3. Michael fades, fires.
Yes, sir. The man that wants it, the man that needs it when the clock is running out.
Laura Oakman will be in that locker room. Laura, I want to wish you luck talking to him. Now Pat Riley hollering at Steve Javy. And there's a technical foul.
And he's gone. They're getting ushered out of here one at a time. Riley follows his star Alonzo Mourning. Mourning was gone. Mourning was gone with his 6th foul. Phil is going to try to just sort of be in deep repose here.
Pat Riley just told the security guards, "I don't need you, stay away." And he looks away as he walks by the Bulls bench. No big surprise.
Well, have we had fireworks here? We knew it would be that way when you get Phil Jackson and you get Pat Riley in a situation. Riley really improved his team after the All-Star break.
That'll do it.
Well, we welcome you back to Chicago, and looking back at game one here on Friday night. It was a night of discontent, a game that had 8 technical fouls called, 6 against the Heat, 3 ejections, and the Miami Heat extremely upset about the officiating. Talking about it with Phil Jackson, he feels it is all part of the Pat Riley gamesmanship. And it down. Jordan for 3. Yes. The Bulls 15. The Heat 4. Down, and the Bulls now lead 20-11. Here's a lead for Jordan. Michael beating Chapman down low. And the Bulls have doubled up the score.
I want to just shed a little light on this rivalry thing between the Bulls and the Heat. The rivalry is actually between the Bulls and Pat Riley. While everybody knows that Pat Riley is a master motivator, known to taking players that are a little bit soft and turning them into tough, rugged players, the Bulls feel like he turns these very same players into cheap shot artists, and therein lies the animosity. But the thing that Michael Jordan told me was that not only is Pat Riley a master motivator, but he's a master psychologist, and if he can get you to focus on him rather than the team, he's won that battle. The thing that Michael and the Bulls need to do is just focus on what they've done all season and play their game, and they'll get through this series. Marv?
Although it was a quiet first quarter here in Chicago, we've been talking about the aggressive play of the Miami Heat. We asked Michael Jordan, how does he view the aggressive style of Miami?
It's a challenge mentally to maintain a certain focus about the game and to distract those thoughts away from the game to more personal feelings and confrontations. We got some very vulnerable players who could fall prey to that, you know, and Pat knows it as well as he has some same players that can fall prey to some of the things that Dennis does. I mean, but calm heads is going to determine the outcome of the game, and we're trying to maintain calm heads and maintain a certain focus so that those tactics doesn't affect what we are trying to do as a team that's in the game.
Well, Michael Jordan is not really affected by any of that. He's been through it many times before. He had a very quiet 35 points in game one through all that turmoil.
Jordan is back on the floor with the second quarter getting underway. And Tony Kukoc, and Matt, if Miami is going to pull any surprises, any stunning upsets as Jordan extends to a 15-point lead, they must get top-flight play from Alonzo Mourning, and it has not been the case. Jordan to the and the foul. Tony Smith, who is a good defender.
Scottie Pippen's body is alive at both ends of the floor.
Michael Jordan hitting from downtown, 23 for Jordan. And the celebration continues here in Chicago. Timeout taken by Miami. Jordan with the spin on Corbin, and again heads to the line. Michael Jordan setting up on the dribble, now holding his right side. Corbin committing the foul, the second.
And Michael definitely shaken up here, trying to gather himself, and the Bulls will take a 20-second timeout.
Bulls trainer Chip Schaefer out. Take a look. 2:39 remaining.
And on that last drive, when Michael Jordan came down on the drive, he twisted his back. As you can see, he's in a lot of pain. And I think he hurt it a little bit earlier in this game when he sort of winched a little bit. But last time he really took a blow. He's going to go to the locker room and get checked out. I'll stay on top of that and get back to you with it. Marv?
Thanks, Ahmad. Tony Kukoc committed the foul on purpose to stop play to get Jordan off the floor. You can see the pain that he is suffering. And as Ahmad mentioned, he's headed back to the locker room. Team that set an NBA record with 72 wins, 72-10. Here's Jordan.
Well, Michael coming down as soon as he hit the floor, winced once again. Looked like he just wanted to try and see what that shot felt like, but no question, Michael is not himself. No doubt.
Whoa, look out. Keith Askins with a hard foul on Michael Jordan. We were talking with Jordan prior to the game, and one of the people that he pointed to as a guy he feels will commit the cheap shot foul is Keith Askins.
And that should be a flagrant foul. Keith Askins going straight up, but when Michael able to hang a little bit longer on the way down, realized he couldn't do anything about it, then taking the hard foul, he got away with it. But Michael said he didn't realize how, let's say, over-aggressive Keith Askins got as a player. But Keith has been in the league now 4 or 5 years. He was that way when he came into the league. That's one of the reasons why Pat Riley and all the coaches that have had Keith Askins like him very much. He works very hard at the defensive end. Will take that hard foul as well.
Getting set to check in, hearing it from the crowd. They are being thrilled by 30. Michael Jordan played the entire third quarter despite the injury to his lower back late in the first half. And we may have seen the last of Michael for tonight. 29 points. Well, back in the second quarter, Michael Jordan putting the move on Tyrone Corbin. Going baseline. This is where he hurt his lower back. Left the game at this point. About 2.5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. And then, after playing the entire third quarter, left the bench to head back to the locker room. And we have not received any further reports on Michael. The Bulls, 106. The Heat, 75. Phil Jackson and Pat Riley do not acknowledge each other.
Michael Jordan has been carrying the Bulls all season, but tonight his tolerance of pain will be tested. He has never worried about injuries, but Sunday's facial expressions have become quite revealing. He was able to practice yesterday after alternating hot and cold packs to the injured lower back area. Hot, which brought blood to the area, cold, which reduced the swelling, also massages to ease the pain. But he tweaked the injury again last night. He told me at practice today the best treatment has been a micro-electrical stimulus. This is his own portable unit. He used it several times today, even an hour before game time. He told me not to lose it because he'll definitely need it at halftime.
A lot more pressure by Miami's defense. You're testing all the outside passes, not allowing Chicago to run whatever they want. They don't play against Chicago every night in the regular season, but that's way too many.
And that's way too loose. Well, the back didn't hurt him then. He's now 2 for 5 from the field.
Yeah, I think that one didn't look like he was in too much pain. I think if he gets a few more, he'll start hitting those. But good adjustment by Miami again to clear that guard out of the corner to allow Alonzo to move.
Well, the run is now in double digits. It's 10, and Jordan gets another jumper. Pat Riley talking with us this morning about the difference in his team and their team. They've got Jordan who hits that shot.
Back, Michael says. Rex Chapman cheating over the pick. Takes out from outside the college lane. Looks like he's in pretty good health right there, Vern. You know, one reason why I think Michael's got a bad back is he's been playing too much golf.
Keith Askins, who is the only member on this team who was a part of this roster a year ago, is on the floor now wearing number 2 in white. Jordan over Chapman. Screen and roll. Here's Kerr into Rodman. And another three-pointer for Michael Jackson. Michael Jordan. Michael Jackson? I don't think so. We did this the other night, didn't we? Morning and Rodman. Well, the Detroit Pistons. Oh, dandy pass.
Beautiful two-man game by two of the best players in the game. Good aggressive move by Morning.
Jordan. Tony Smith is on the floor now for Miami and guarding him. Jordan takes the jumper for 3. Got it. Kukoc gets the offensive rebound, though. Jordan wide open. Askins with a play that Jimmy Johnson would be proud of.
Well, they know that Michael's back is hurting, so they need to be physical with him, trying to make Michael suffer.
It gives you some restraints in terms of what you want to do. And my game is no restraints. And, you know, so the first quarter for me would probably be just trying to see what I can work with, what I can't work with, and how it's going to how loose it can become, and allow me to as much mobility as I may need to play the game of basketball.
Well, Vern, I played a lot of games against Michael Jordan, and what separates him from all the other greats and what makes him the greatest player of all time is his mental toughness, how he's able to overcome adversity, how he's able to overcome pain. And we can see the kind of pain he's in. He's got 17 points in the first quarter of basketball. But knowing Michael and how he'll tear your heart out, if I was playing against him, I'd keep giving him shots and head back.
Lead is 20 with 69 seconds to go in the half. Jordan. 19 points. Bulls trying to sweep tonight. And in each of the 3 championship years earlier in the decade, they swept their first series against the Knicks, the Heat, and the Atlanta Hawks. And 9 of the last 12 NBA champions have swept in the first. Jordan, again guarded by Rex Chapman. 2 of 9 since that reoccurrence of the injury. Well, make it 3 of 10. Under 6 minutes to go, third quarter. Rodman. Jordan.
Oh, my gosh. He's trying to smile, but he's in too much pain, Vern.
And Michael Jordan backing in.
Well, Hardaway and Askins switched off. I can see him switching off and double teaming Michael away from the ball, but that's the last guy you want to leave open. Askins tries to come over and help out, but Michael flips his back, flips it over his head. And you can tell he's in pain because that's a fun one to make. He usually has a big grin with the tongue hanging out after a shot like that.
Michael Jordan will get a rest. And if you weren't with us in the first half, he came in with the strained back that he suffered in Game 2 Sunday night, re-injured the back when hit by Keith Askins. Despite that, he has played all but 3 minutes of the game. This one's in the books. Chicago goes to the second round. They win it by a count of 112-91.
Talking with some of the Knicks players before this game, you might be thinking they would be feeling some of the pressure. Maybe their year's running out to win a championship. Really quite the contrary. Jeff Van Gundy's pregame chat to the players really differed none at all from the ones that he conducted during the regular season. But the Knicks players say this game 1 is especially important. If they play well tonight, it could dictate the tempo for the rest of the series. Marv?
All right, Dan, the officials, Joey Crawford, Don Madden, and Ed F. Rush. And Matt, some intriguing matchups. We were discussing this last night with Jeff Van Gundy. He has decided at least to start out with Anthony Mason defending against Michael Jordan, although we'll see a number of different looks. And Derek Hopper will be fighting off a mismatch, particularly in a post-up situation, in going against Scottie Pippen. Rodman, Longley, Hopper, and Jordan for 3. Now Mason picking up Jordan, but he fires again. Michael Jordan has opened up by hitting his first 2, a 3-pointer, and then a jumper from some 15 feet away. Pippen lost it. Rodman. Jordan shooting. Chicago 13 and New York 9. Here's Jordan to the fadeaway. And that could be a good sign in terms of that lower back injury. Bulls 17, Knicks 13. And Jordan extends to a 6-point lead. Michael Jordan off to a fast start. He has 13 of the Bulls, 19 points.
What Phil Jackson has been selling for the last 3 days, that he walks on that move all the time.
Nice pass from Longley. There's a bit of history with an edge involved, and we talked about that with Scottie Pippen.
I don't feel like it's a dislike. I think that the rivalry has grown between these 2 teams over the years, and it's been very professional. It's not like the Bulls, the Detroit series, where they walked away. We've really respected this club a few years ago when they knocked us out and they went on into the finals, even though they wasn't able to beat the Rockets. But I think we're just 2 competitive teams that have a lot of respect for one another, but it is some hatred out on the court when we compete.
Well, this rivalry started with the two coaches, Phil Jackson and Pat Riley, about 5 years ago, just not liking each other. You have all those playoff meetings. You have the best player on the planet, Michael Jordan, going against one of the best centers in Patrick Ewing. Lots of physical play, some hatred, and barely enough respect.
And here's Pippen. Longley gets to the rebound. Kerr for three. Steve Kerr. Starks unleashing. And Jordan able to race it down. John Starks has missed his first foul. Pippen, it counts, and the foul. Beautiful spin by Pippen to draw the foul on Davis.
And Michael Jordan throwing a pass, even Charlie Ward would be very proud of. A little down and in to Scottie Pippen on the pattern. Perfect pass, the football variety, as Pippen with the height advantage over Hubert Davis waits, takes his time, and gets the finish.
Scottie Pippen, who has been able to come out of that late season drop-off, but he'd been bothered by an assortment of ailments, turned it up against Miami. Averaged just under 20 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists. Off the trap, the Bulls get it back. And Kerr knocks down a three. This is where the Bulls are so dangerous.
Trying to execute the quickness as Reed does not come to meet the basketball, and Kerr makes them pay with the three.
Longley with 4 points. Kukoc just a moment ago took that three. He's now 1 for 17 from downtown in the playoffs. Jordan, that's too easy. From the Knick point of view, onto the trap upon occasion, though kind of softly, but enough to bother the Knicks.
And that's where Chicago is scary. Not so much with their half-court offense, the trial, or anything like that. It's what they do on the boards and what they do with their defense.
From Kukoc. The Bulls now lead by 15. Meanwhile, the conversation continues between Michael Jordan and Derek Harper.
I think Michael is letting Derek. He does not want his hands anywhere near him at any time.
The Knicks have hit 12 of 18 from the field in the second quarter. Here's Jordan facing a double team. Michael Jordan with 23. See the stat line on Jordan in this first half, despite the bad back. And the Knicks have also picked it up off the boards in the second quarter, led by Oakley, who has 6 rebounds. 5 seconds remaining of the half. Kukoc to throw in. He has Kerr back on the floor. Jordan off the fake. Able to hit. Michael Jordan with 1 8/10 seconds remaining. Shot clock at 5. Jordan. Well, Michael bails out his ball club.
How many times has he done that? That's the luxury of having a Jordan, a Pippen, and even a Kukoc to some degree who can make something happen with that shot clock winding down.
Not want to get into a prolonged conversation with Joey Crawford.
Well, it won't be very long.
Bulls lead. Michael Jordan with 30, and it leads to a Knick timeout with 8.5 remaining in the third. The third quarter, but Chicago has reeled off 7 straight points. Jordan.
Yes. Michael looks so strong off the dribble, just planting his feet and exploding up into the air to shoot the ball with such confidence when he gets into that position.
Remaining in the third. Kukoc off the dribble, finding Jordan. Bulls by 4. Davis fires for 3. And that's the end of the third. 4 minutes remaining in the fourth. The Bulls have missed their last 9 shots. Jordan. Bulls 85 and the Knicks 82. And Michael Jordan has hit the 40-point mark. Well, John Starks 0 for 8 from the field. Remember, he averaged close to 20 a game in the playoff sweep over the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the numbers of Michael Jordan, 15 of 31. You can add to that 42 for Jordan. And the Bulls lead 88. to 82.
Now, Michael came into this game with the idea of shoot first, take names later. He has been offensively aggressive all the way with the jump shots, with the post-ups.
Missed his last 5 against the Cavaliers. That has been a pattern, though, throughout his career. He did pick it up for a while, but he misses 2 important free throws with 2 minutes to go. Would have cut it to a 2-point lead. Jordan. That turns out to be an enormous swing. The 2 free throws missed by Ewing. The jump shot by Jordan. Bulls by 6. The Knicks take a timeout.
Well, Michael Jordan getting double teamed, getting it back out, reposting, and getting excellent position for the little turnaround over Derek Harper. And now Michael, as they go to that timeout, talking to Tony Kukoc. Wait, be patient, wait for me to get my spot.
And that will do it. Although Phil Jackson will not be happy with his team's performance, Michael Jordan took it all on his shoulders. Michael with 44 points, a very strong effort by the Knicks, but they fall short in game number 1. The Knicks went the last 5 minutes and 15 seconds without a field goal.
Patrick got it into the hands of Charles Oakley to the field. And Jordan, by the way, was not given credit for that basket earlier. It went to Pippen. Here's Jordan with officially his first basket of the night.
Davis guarding a much taller and stronger Michael Jordan on the block.
Fade away. Got it. James Edwards. The putback up and in, Michael Jordan.
And Michael again got away with a push. He just shoved Hubert Davis out of the way and went after the ball, anticipating the offensive glass.
By Charles Oakley. Pippen. Loose ball. James Edwards saves it. Jordan takes the jumper.
Well, we see Michael, he's turning it on offensively. He has got great quickness at the 2-guard position, and he needs to use that quickness to get shots for his other team.
Michael Jordan showing some quickness at the 2-guard position. I mean, this morning if they were running a Pat Riley offense or a Don Nelson offense.
He said they're running a Jeff Van Gundy offense.
Jordan has 15 points.
Right here, Michael Jordan, he can get any shot that he wants down on John Starks or Davis down in the low post. Just does his patented post-up move, Kevin McHale-like move. Kevin McHale would be proud of that move down there.
Starks to Harper, too strong. Can you believe that? Oh, my goodness. Jordan at the other end. Bet he doesn't miss.
No, too bad. John Starks making a very unselfish play at the other end of the court. Hasn't scored a basket. Gives the ball to Harper. Harper loses the ball. Bricks it off the backboard. The perimeter shots in the second quarter.
Jordan, fadeaway jumper. That ends the drought in the second half for Chicago.
Oh, and beautiful defense by the Knick guards that time are all over Michael.
To Oakley. Out to Michael Jordan, picked up by John Starks. Jumper falls.
Well, as soon as you see the game in trouble, who comes to the rescue? Michael Jordan once again. It's 2 very difficult shots.
Michael Jordan's injured back has received the most modern pharmaceutical and scientific treatment, and now that he's healthy, he says, please, no more home remedies. He's gotten the usual, the lotions, the ointments, the pills, the plasters, the rubs, and the sprays, but also the unusual. This is pulverized willow bark. That is supposed to be nature's aspirin. Dried apples, that's a laxative. Chew of peppermint, that's supposed to numb the pain. How about this one? Minerals, herbs, and animal organs to get rid of the supernatural. Exotic mushrooms, that's supposed to be a stimulant. And my favorite, leeches to suck out the bad blood. Hey, Vern, got any back pain tonight, buddy?
Hey, Craig, I had some of that pulverized willow bark on my salmon last night. It's terrific.
That looks like Bill Walton's home remedy right there for his feet and back, particularly the mushrooms.
Yeah. Back to 1. Kerr finds Jordan. Gets the pick from Kerr. It looked like an accidental screen and roll.
Well, that's a moving screen and roll right there. Steve Kerr just runs down and picks off. Look how the balloting went for Defensive Player of the Year. They got 3 guys in the top 7. Michael Jordan, a past winner. Scottie Pippen, runner-up. But those guys took votes away from themselves. As a team, Vern, there's no question in my mind. Forget what the statistics say. I think they're ranked 3rd in the league in defense, but they're definitely the best defensive team in all the NBA.
Coach Jordan, Rodman's back on with Pippen and Ron Harper. Michael Jordan from the corner. Brings it over to the right side. 5 on the shot clock. Jordan, pump fake, back to Steve Kerr for 3.
By going to the 3-guard offense, it allows Phil Jackson to go to Steve Kerr to spread that floor for Pippen and Jordan down on the low post. I guess it's too late to make a trade or to sign free agents.
I've heard that. Bulls win. Unblemished through 5 in the playoffs. They go up 2-0 in this best-of-7 series against the New York Knicks. And let's check in with Craig Sager.
Well, Michael, obviously you had to get the whole team involved. It's a 48-minute game, but the fourth quarter, 2 minutes, 16 stretch, that's where the game was won when you outscored them 10-0.
Yeah, we made some big plays down the stretch. You know, defensively, we were able to hold them pretty stagnant. And, you know, we got some big baskets by Scottie in the fourth quarter. And, you know, Harper had played extremely well all game. And I think Steve Kerr came in and gave us a minute. So, you know, when it came down to where we had to do something, we finally did it.
Any congratulations or comments about your coach being named Coach of the Year today?
I'm happy for Phil. I think he's very deserving of it. I think he's done a heck of a job with all the personalities and the different talents that we have in this team. He's blended to where it's a very powerful basketball team. I'm very happy for him.
No back pain?
No, I feel good.
Last regular season game for the Bulls. A call against Michael Jordan that sent Eddie Johnson of Indiana to the line for the game-winning shot. Jordan, he was surrounded as he hits on his first field goal. 6, and the Bulls 4. Jordan. Well, you know Michael's feeling better. We did not see that post-up move frequently.
Movement and player movement, and so far Chicago basically standing around. That lets the Knicks get in passing lanes.
Michael Jordan ends the Knick run. So Jordan, 3 of 7. He has 6 points. Patrick Ewing, the last couple of days, certainly hearing the criticism of his poor performances in the fourth quarter. Michael Jordan with the bucket, and then some words for his friend Charles Oakley.
On the offensive end with his playmaking ability.
Now Jordan guarded by Anderson. He has seen a number of looks here today. Jordan with the spin. Oh, what a move by Michael Jordan. It appeared that Willie Anderson had played him well.
Jordan working hard against Willie Anderson, and the little move to the baseline, and that shook him free from Willie Anderson.
3-pointer of the series. We come up on 4 minutes remaining, first half. Jordan, yes. Michael Jordan brings the Bulls within 4. Jordan has 17 of Chicago's 31 points.
Well, the thing that has to worry Jeff Van Gundy and the Knicks is they have played very strong, tough basketball. The Bulls have not, yet Chicago only down 4.
Make it 2 as Jordan adds a couple more. He now has 19 here for Jordan. Jordan off the double team. Again, able to line drive it. He has 24.
His presence felt at both ends of the floor.
Jordan able to beat Anderson off the dribble. Jordan with the spin. What a move by Jordan. In most instances, the player would be stopped. Willie Anderson had the right angle, but Jordan was able to spin right and complete it.
Well, Michael Jordan has been thick. Get to the basket, draw fouls, try to get three-point plays that particular way. But
in this fourth quarter, Michael Jordan, Steve Kerr, who just checked back. Jordan banking Harper. Michael Jordan with a beautiful move.
defensive rebounding. The Bulls know how important. Whoa, Michael Jordan. As Patrick Ewing wisely, I guess, let him go there and not giving the opportunity for the three-point play.
It is down to 4 with much time remaining. Starks. Oh, what a shot by John Starks. The spin by Starks somehow was able to remain in the air. That was Jordan-like by Starks. And
well, actually, Charlie Ward picks off Derek Harper, and Michael takes care of the rest. You remember the dunk about 3 or 4 years ago. It looked like he was going to try that, but able to pull a Houdini and hang in the air and finish the play.
You mentioned that play, Knicks versus Bulls, game 2 of the '93 conference finals, as Starks electrified the Garden, crowd soaring over Horace Grant and Michael Jordan for that left-handed dunk. Pippen with the save. Again, Jordan from 3. Michael Jordan from downtown cuts it to 5 with 1:15 left. We're down to 50 seconds to go. Jordan trying to draw the foul, but able to hit. And the Knicks lead is only 3. Michael Jordan bringing the Bulls back again. 45 seconds remaining. Mason's inbounds pass handled by Harper. Jordan looking for the steal. .25 seconds to go. Jordan for 3 to tie it. He does! The Knicks of the Bulls are tied at 88. Timeout called by the Knicks with 19 and 4/10 seconds. John Starks, 5 of 8 from downtown. Jordan, though he had Harper off balance and was able to take advantage. Jordan has 42. Jordan. And the follow. Michael Jordan with the follow as we recap this series. The keys to a Bulls victory in game 1, 44 points from Michael Jordan. John Starks went 0 for 9 from the field. The Bulls took game 2 this past Tuesday as Scottie Pippen scored 9 fourth-quarter points while the Knicks went more than 7 minutes without a field goal. And this afternoon, right at the end of regulation, big three-point shot by Jordan to get the tie at 88. And a moment ago, Jordan able to slice his way through to give the Bulls a 3-point lead. Jordan, 17 of 34 from the field. He has 46 points. The most he scored against the Knicks in that 55-point game last March. 45 seconds to go in OT. Ewing shooting over Longley. It's the Knicks 98. The Bulls 97, and Phil Jackson calls for time. Jordan has played 50 minutes. Rodman has gone 52 minutes. Harper got picked off. Trying to guard Jordan. Hopefully not good enough. Starks off the steal. And a whistle. Charles Oakley comes up with a huge play, getting a piece of the dribble. The Knicks by 3. 11 and 3/10 seconds to go in overtime. Jordan guarded by Harper. Out of 5. There's Pippen looking for the shot. Gets it up. And the Knicks have defeated the Bulls in overtime. And as Robin earlier hit with a technical foul by the official Bill Oakes. Luke Longley with 3 blocked shots here at the start. Putting the move on Patrick Ewing. Rebound Jordan. Scottie Pippen coming over to help. Here's Pippen feeding Jordan. And he's tied the game at 28.
Well, Scottie Pippen, one of the best defenders off the ball, smelled that play out to get the steal and lead the fast break and the finish for Michael Jordan.
Now Jordan met by Mason and hits the 3. Anthony Mason Pippen switching off to Michael Jordan.
Seconds left. They will put it on the floor and create.
Jordan telling the club to spread out and then hands it off. Longley way off. Harper. The stop. He's handled by Jordan. Crowd looking for a flagrant.
And they're going to get it.
Well, a flagrant foul called on Michael Jordan as he sent John Starks reeling. Chicago by 2. 7.5 remaining in the third. Now Mason is guarding Jordan. Jordan able to beat him off the dribble and then found Rodman. Nice play.
Jeff Van Gundy in that last timeout telling his team, be alert that Michael's got 4. Go at him when you can.
And Jordan came up with a steal. Harper flying in to give the Bulls a 4-point lead. Here's Kerr and by Ward. Weddington being played by Anderson. Jordan, yes. So that ties the game at 66.
I want to stay.
15th turnover by the Knicks. The Bulls with 10. Anderson in the head as Jordan hits a 3. Ewing with 8 of his 29 in the fourth. Michael Jordan. Guarded now by Anthony Mason. A gorgeous pass for Scottie Pippen. Jordan for the cutting Pippen to bring it to 1. Rodman saw the opening, finding Weddington. Yes, Bill Weddington, who played his college ball at St. John's, which means he knows this Madison Square Garden court very well. He is 9 of 11 at the line. Michael Jordan has not scored in the fourth quarter, which is unbelievable. That is his first point in the fourth. But if he misses, the Knicks must follow the rebound. The Knicks are 5 of 14 from downtown. And they will need a 3 to tie. 94-91 the score. Here comes Harper. Time running down, as you can see. They need a 3 for the tie. They don't want Mason to shoot the 3. And a travel is called. Won't count. Starks flung it up, but it will not count. A traveling violation gives it back to Chicago with 1 and 3/10 seconds to go. As we discussed earlier, the Knicks have been a very poor club in executing in this type of situation. They are not creative enough to come up with shots. 1 and 3/10 seconds to go. So the Knicks need a desperation steal and a 3-pointer to tie. Very unlikely. And that will do it. The Chicago Bulls escape with a 3-point win over the New York Knicks, despite the fact that Jordan scored only 2 points in the fourth quarter, 7 of 23 overall.
It wasn't supposed to be this difficult today, but you struggled. The whole team really struggled. Back-to-back take it stole.
Well, I think we were a little tired, but I think, up to the third quarter, we executed pretty good offensively. Defensively, we did a good job. We had a nice 11-point lead, and then they made a strong push. Ewing did what I did yesterday, keep his team involved, and it took a miss by him so we could take advantage down the stretch.
What about all the offensive rebounds today? 23 to their 4.
Well, we were just trying to beat the boys. We hadn't really been shooting the ball good, so we're trying to get as many shots as we can.
Did you call your mom today?
Nah, but Mom, happy Mother's Day. I love you a lot. And my wife, happy Mother's Day.
Same to my mom. Back to you, Marv.
We're underway.
Yeah, they had good position. They just couldn't hang on to the ball. 23-4 in offensive rebounds in Game 4. Here's Jordan again. You can't give him second shots. We talked about that in the open, Vern. So that was a good play. Get in the paint and dish out quickly to the shooters. New York.
Yeah, what a nifty pass. Jordan to Harper.
Weddington, Jordan, Harper, and Rodman for Chicago. Ewing continues to sit with 2 fouls. Here's Rodman. He's got 4 points. Jordan. Jordan. Yep. And Ewing is back on the floor playing with 2 fouls. Anderson guards Michael Jordan. And Michael's starting to heat up. He's with Rodman, leaving Anderson on Jordan. Or rather, Ewing stays with him. Anderson, Brown saves it. Michael Jordan with a pump fake. Makes you pay.
Well, another offensive board. I don't know how many times we're going to say it tonight.
Davis a little late with the double team. Now he retreats, and Jordan goes baseline on Harper and hits it.
Well, that's a mistake. Davis is just tentative. He's got to make a decision. Either you're going to go double team and take it away from Michael, or you're not. You can't give them both.
And the Bulls are up by 1. Harper. Ron Harper. Here's Jordan at the other end. That's Jeff Van Gundy saying, let's take a 20-second timeout. Picks up Harper. Here comes Michael Jordan off the screen. Over Derek Harper. Here's Michael Jordan guarded by Derek Harper. With 5:02 to go, third quarter, Michael Jordan, now Mason guards him.
And Michael talking to Anthony Mason.
5 remaining, a 7-point margin now. Michael Jordan. Hands it over Willie Anderson. Oh.
And that was beautiful defense by Willie Anderson right there. Almost a steal by Randy Brown in the backcourt, Vern. You know, the Knicks are just taking it out of bounds, and they're not looking. Almost the third or fourth turnover they've had, just taking it out of bounds, throwing it blindly into that guard.
Tough shot for Jordan. We near the 6-minute mark, and the lead is 7. Jordan guarded by Derek Harper again. Nothing wrong with that shot.
No, just weaved right through the whole Knicks defense again. He's been kind of on cruise control most of the game, and right now this is his type of game. Crossover move, goes by Oakley and Harper, and just goes right over Patrick and spins it up off the glass.
And Patrick Ewing. Starks is 2 of 9 tonight. Ewing, tough shot.
Big shot for Patrick. You know, a lot of people say Patrick doesn't make big shots in the fourth quarter. You got to be kidding me. I played against this guy my whole career. He made a lot of big shots against us in the fourth quarter. People just don't remember because they always remember his team falling short in the finals. And until he wins a championship, he'll always have that stigma, which is unfortunate.
Jordan. Jordan just looked over at Spike Lee and waved bye-bye.
Yeah, I think he thinks that's the nail in the coffin right there, and it very well may be.
It was a very subtle wave, I might add.
But that's the cockiness the Bulls really haven't had in this New York series.
Watch this now. As he backs up.
See you later, Spike, he says. See you in the next Nike commercial.
You come all the way from Con, and you can't. This one ends appropriately enough in front of New York's most celebrated fan, Spike Lee. And Phil Jackson, the NBA Coach of the Year, has his team in the Eastern Conference Finals. They are 8 victories away from their 4th NBA title of this decade. Let's go to Craig Sager with Michael.
Michael, this was the round where the comeback ended a year ago. You have unfinished business, but how satisfying is it to get past this round and past the Knicks?
Well, I think we accomplished a amazing feat by getting back to the conference finals, but I don't think our task is any easier. You know, Orlando's playing extremely well, and, you know, we're not playing extremely well offensively. Defensively, we're playing well, so we got to play a lot better if we plan on beating Orlando.
Orlando gave you problems last year. What concerns you most about the Magic?
Well, they got so many weapons. You know, on any given night, any of those 5 starters could give you 30 or 40 points. So defensively, we got to do what we can to try to contain them. Shaq is going to get his touches. We know that. We just got to make sure that they're tough touches. And if you get a chance, we can't give them no easy baskets.
We're standing about 35 feet from the basket. You buried a 3, looked over to Spike Lee. Was that to tell him to go on home?
Yeah, he can have a safe flight back to New York.
Okay, thanks a lot, Michael. Good luck.
Well, Greg, Chicago wants to do what they do best, and that's play defense and create offense from that defense, get as many fast break baskets as they can, and they also want to get second shot opportunities behind Dennis Rodman, who does it so well. But the Magic big people also can do a very good job on the boards, and they also want to keep Dennis Scott and Nick Anderson from getting off beyond the three-point line.
Orlando has to play strict man-to-man defense to cut down on offensive rebound opportunities for Chicago. Their front court bench has to do something. Penny has to believe he can beat Michael Jordan, and then Shaq's got to play with such rage. He's got to make the Chicago front court want to quit the sport of basketball.
The #1 offense in the postseason. Orlando 105 points a game. Chicago with the #1 defense in the playoffs, yielding just 86.1 in the open. Scottie Pippen tries to inbound. Jordan. Side, Jordan.
Everyone else has an expectation of Michael Jordan, or what he thinks he's going to do, or if he's going to come out and try to score 60 points. That's when I take a step back and say, let's go against the odds here. Let's try to get everybody else involved. Let's go the opposite way. Let's not go where they're predicting you to go. And I think that's a part of my challenge. And I know everyone, even though I've said all along, this is the game, this is a series that I've been looking for. But I'm going to try to do it through everyone else, and not by, just going out and making this revenge or this redemption all my own. It's a team thing, and I'm going to do it within the measure of the team.
That Brian Shaw can defend against Michael Jordan. Jordan. Hurried his shot, got the roll. 5-point lead for the Bulls. It was 115. Jordan for 3, got it. Jordan. Bulls took their first free throw since the first quarter, and Jordan missed it. Under 6 minutes to play now. 65-56. Jordan.
Season. The ball movement spinning around, confusing the defense, and that great defense leading to easy opportunity.
Scott with the giveaway.
This is a clinic. Michael Jordan stepping into pass lane, never jumped to pass to throw a ball. Coming down, he finds Pippen. Got Jordan, Pippen, Kukoc, and Rodman coming at you on the break. You're in trouble.
Bulls have scored the last 10 points. Shot clock at 5. Jordan. Bounce it off of Grant's head, and that's out of bounds to the Bulls with 1 second on the shot clock.
And probably less than 1, because that clock was on 1 as that ball was rolling out of bounds. This could be a quick horn here.
Should have Dennis throw it in. Put all the shooters on the floor.
He's going to launch a 3.
Hook it.
Jordan.
When it's your day, it's your day.
A range, beautiful feed from Kukoc on the out-of-bounds play as the Magic actually fell asleep there.
Jordan. Michael Jordan has 18.
Very adept at coming down, waiting for Wilt to put the ball on the floor. Other than that, other teams can double team.
Ron Harper with the steal. Jordan. And he'll go to the line. 20 points for Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan feeding so quickly. You see how he anticipates and gets out in the lane. Now Michael Jordan able to finish on the break, on his way tomorrow to pick up his 4th MVP trophy in his brilliant career. Still 2 behind Jabbar. Only 1 now behind Bill Russell with 5.
You've been keeping count.
I keep track of stuff like that.
Penny Hardaway scores 38 in a losing effort. It was all Chicago. The Bulls 121, Orlando 83, and Chicago grabs a 1-game lead in this best-of-7 series. Let's go over to Ahmad Rashad. He's with Michael Jordan.
All right, thanks, Greg. Michael, coming into this series, your offense was a little bit out of sync. After watching this game today, obviously you fixed it.
Well, we had a chance to go back and practice and get ourselves back in rhythm. We had a couple of guys that were injured and not really feeling well, but and we got back in the gym when we worked out the kinks, and you know, we came out and played extremely well.
It seemed to me that this game was not about, Bill Walton mentioned it during the game, that it wasn't about X and O's. It was about rising to the level of competition.
Yeah, this is probably the best fun that you can have in the game of basketball. You know, come out when everything is at stake and play the type of basketball you want to play. These are fun games. A lot of people want to put pressure on themselves, but today I just came out and say, let's have a good time, let's play hard and see what happens.
All right, great game, Michael. Congratulations to you.
Michael, welcome back. You still set the standard for greatness, determination, and leadership. Congratulations, 1995-96 NBA Most Valuable Player.
Michael Jordan, he was the most valuable player of the All-Star game, the most valuable player of the season, and he's determined to be the most valuable player of the finals. Game 2 against Orlando tonight.
Anderson controls for Orlando. Scottie Pippen. He's had shooting problems in the last 5 games. Here's Harper, but he's helped out in so many other ways.
Oh, Scottie Pippen, such a great player, great defensive player, sets him up in your offense, and Vern, he's increased his rebounding from 6 to 9.
At all of us was the rebounding edge on Sunday, 62-28 for Chicago. Well, it's a 6-5 edge for Chicago in the early going. Here's Jordan. Over Anderson.
Oh, beautiful shot.
13 points. Jordan.
Don't want to let him get off.
There's Jordan off the glass and in.
And we see what happens when they don't double team Michael.
Remember how Sunday he hit the first 4. Here's Anderson saving it for Orlando. Jordan picks him up in the backcourt. Pippen comes to the trap. Scottie Pippen back to Michael Jordan. Beautiful.
You got to delay a game warning is all. Nothing to get too excited about. Right there, Michael Jordan trying to get this crowd in the game. Right here just turns Nick Anderson. Nick shouldn't be handling the ball full court against Michael anyway. Great play by Scottie getting the ball back to Michael for the dunk. Michael single-handedly has got this crowd in the game.
Now Hardaway brings it across the midcourt line. Contact guarded by Rodman. Jordan on Anderson. 8:39 to go, third quarter, and a 14-point lead. Jordan doubling down on O'Neal. O'Neal saves it. But they're going to have a shot clock violation.
Beautiful defense by Michael. Michael made it very difficult for them to get the ball into Shaq on the low post. Perimeter game is going to have to start picking it up.
Back to Jordan for 3. Pippen calls time after the steal. And the crowd will accompany him to the bench. We'll try to even the series at a game apiece and take the home court advantage back with them to Florida. The runner from Royal is on. It won't go. Here comes Michael Jordan. Scottie Pippen over Scott.
Orlando's offense has lost its intensity, its confidence, its attitude that has started this game with. Right now, they're having trouble even getting into their offensive sets.
Jordan goes for the steal on Scott. Pippen is there with a quick hands. Bushler from behind, out of bounds. Judd Bushler and Michael Jordan combined on that steal.
Well, as Orlando keeps trying to cross, they just keep causing traps. And Dennis Scott could never bail himself out of that trap. Penny Hardaway is the point guard. He needs to take him out of it. He needs to bring the ball off the court and get him into the offense right now.
And among the other problems for Orlando, they protected the ball so well in the first half. 5 turnovers in the third quarter. Jordan. Deadly. The lead is 2. A 15-point lead at halftime is all but evaporated.
You know, Vern, everybody always talks about Chicago's great offense, and they do have a good offense, make no mistake about it, but this defense is awesome, and that's what teams need to worry more about, trying to find a way to score.
Pippen goes for the steal, gets the jump ball. Jordan, 17 points in the third quarter, ignited the Chicago comeback. They're up by 1. Here's Jordan over Shaw.
Get the ball to him soon.
Steve Kerr, Jordan guarded by Shaw. Oh, the dandy rebound from Dennis Rodman. Timed it perfectly. Longley sets a double screen for him. Here's Jordan. The switch with Anderson on him. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
What a beautiful shot. Great defense by Nick Anderson. There's nothing you can do about that shot.
Scott, 3 on the shot clock. Oh, big block by Jordan. And a shot clock violation. Michael Jordan.
And we can see Michael, he's limping a little bit, grimacing as he's walking down. Those calves and those cramps are hurting. But hey, a minute to go in the game, you got to grind it out.
It's a Dallas Gal. Scott, it's over. The Bulls are up 2-0. Michael Jordan with 17 in the third quarter. And let's quickly check in with Craig Sager.
Well, Michael, you guys were down 18 in the third quarter. The defensive pressure was relentless. What changed?
As you say, we went into halftime, and I think we had time enough to make adjustments to the way they made adjustments after game 1. And defensively, we felt that, you know, Shaq did a lot of work in the first half, so we figured he was a little tired, but we were going to try to double team him anyway. And we were able to shut down their scores. And, you know, we moved up the pressure on the defensive end, and we created a lot of turnovers and got right back in the ballgame.
Did you feel like you had to carry the offensive burden in the third quarter?
Well, I'm a leader of this ball club, and I got to do something to try to get people involved if I feel it's stagnant. And, you know, we didn't really play particularly well today offensively. And, you know, I had a chance to open it up for the team and get everybody involved. Once I got a couple of steals, everybody started to believe, and we started working harder.
I know I'll let you go in. Your legs are cramping up, but how bad are they?
You know, I just got tired. You know, I really pushed myself, and I think everybody did, and I just started cramping up a little bit. But, you know, for a win, I take it.
It wouldn't be right for the MVP to lose on the night he gets the trophy anyway.
Shaquille O'Neal and Luke Longley on the opening tip. Game 3 is underway as it's controlled by the Chicago Bulls. Pippen going to a series of crossover moves. Jordan for 3. So Michael Jordan with his first field goal, and it's the Magic 9, the Bulls 8. Hopper, Rodman with the tip. Hardaway lost it, stripped by Jordan. Oh, beautiful move by Jordan to hit. A show the ball fake right at John Koncak, who went for it.
And the Chicago bench really enjoying it. Everybody smiling, laughing. I think they all look for the ball to go towards the basket. Penny Hardaway not really aware of where anybody in a red shirt was, and there the show. Whoa. And both John Koncak and Penny Hardaway froze on the play. Terrific defensive plays.
Jordan, yes. The Bulls 23. The Magic 29 points for Michael Jordan. Thompson. Bad pass. Here's Jordan in the open floor. Jordan all the way. Chased by fellow Tar Heel Joe Wolf, but that was not a contest.
And driving towards the basket, but makes that mistake. And it's not only young players, old players as well, when they leave their feet and get hung up in the air. And Michael Jordan picked it off easily and then went the other way for the easy deuce.
Hopper with contact back. Jordan. And Hopper with the open 3. Such a confident ball club. They just swing the ball, waiting for the best possible shot, where you look at Orlando and they're so tentative. Here's Steve Kerr for 3. Jordan on the rebound. Michael Jordan, yes, and it counts. Hardaway for 3. And
that will wrap it. So led by Scottie Pippen, who scored 27, only 17 for Michael Jordan. A thrashing. The Bulls over the Magic, 86-67. They're up 3-zip.
Another thing, I talked about Chicago being overconfident in Game 3. I talked to Michael Jordan about that. He said, well, some of my teammates are a little overconfident. They're talking about sweep. But he said, I got to remind them, it's not about sweep right now. It's about winning one game and moving on. Now,
well, right away, you can see the fervor and the passion in the Magic's defense to start this ballgame out. Something different.
Michael Jordan.
A little upset with his team, probably warning them for 2 days that something like this could happen if his ball club wasn't ready.
But Michael Jordan showing that he is ready. Rodman has been saying, well, O'Neal will be a great player someday. Nice move by Michael Jordan. He's 3 of 3. Now Dennis Scott is guarding Michael Jordan, who shoots over him and hits from downtown. Kerr now on the floor along with Jordan, Pippen, Kukoc, and Bushler. Michael Jordan makes it 5 for 5. He has 13 points, and he's brought the Bulls within 1. Shot clock at 5. Jordan posting up Bowie, and continues the superb shooting. And Bowie lost it to Hopper. 2-on-1. Pippen with Jordan. Oh, Michael Jordan from Scottie Pippen.
And Pippen got away with a grab and hold on Anthony Hardaway after he made that pass. He grabbed onto Hardaway so he couldn't attempt to foul or block the shot of Jordan. He got away with it. As Anthony Bowie did not protect the ball. And then that little grab with the left hand of Pippen to hold Hardaway.
Then with the rest period awaiting the winner between Seattle and Utah, Jordan. Michael getting the roll.
James sitting on that bench for a long time now over the last 3 games, saying he's not going to beat me baseline anyway. Gave him the middle.
Jordan hits the 3. That is his second from downtown, and he now has 30. Shot clock at 7. Jordan operating against Bowie. Yes, and it counts. A foul on Bowie, and Jordan heads back to the line.
I don't know which one you gain more of an advantage on.
Just under 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Jordan to the fadeaway. 73-69. 3-point Orlando lead. 35 seconds to go in the 3rd. Jordan getting the pick. Kerr for 3. Yes. And he has tied the game at 74. Bulls have a 3-guard alignment with Jordan, Hopper, and Kerr on the floor, along with Kukoc and Rodman. Shot clock at 6. Jordan, yes. Michael Jordan with 37 points. 8-point Chicago lead after they trail most of the way. Jordan, Michael Jordan with 39. And you know that Michael is enjoying this. He's back at the scene of his biggest playoff miscues here in Orlando a year ago, and you know that he is using it as a positive. The Magic desperately trying to hang on, looking to force a 5th game in Chicago. Jordan for 3. Michael Jordan with 42 points.
And the only hesitation there to make sure both feet behind the line.
Hardaway swept aside by Rodman. Kukoc, played by Scott. Shot clock at 5. Jordan with the pull-up. Yes. 45 points for Michael Jordan. He is 16 for 22 in what has been another extraordinary performance
For the Chicago Bulls, and really kind of in the history of Michael Jordan, when he has had to score so many points by himself, which is pretty much the case today, at Pippen in double figures, that the Bulls have lost those ball games. But he was able to play such a marvelous game today and carry it home.
The Bulls have swept the Magic. Jordan finishes with 45 points. The Bulls do it 106-101 as the Orlando Magic have been swept from the playoffs for the third straight season.
He thinks that the Sam Perkins-Tony Kukoc matchup is going to determine this series. Which one can lead their bench to the greatest performance?
Well, Michael Jordan with his first field goal.
Long look at an easy three for him.
Jordan.
Yes. One more time than just a day or two's rest.
Now Jordan going against Payton. Goes to the fadeaway. Oh, he wanted that shot. He wanted Gary Payton.
As soon as he had a one-on-one, he waved everybody out of there, and he wanted to go. And not a bad job by Gary Payton. He forced Michael out just a little bit further than he likes to be on that fadeaway jump shot. But Michael's eyes lit up when he saw Payton there. He wanted a piece.
He's looking to win this thing on his own. They're down by 4, Marv.
And as you say that, Michael unleashes from three-point range with the ball and a 4-point lead. And Jordan is being guarded by Woodgate. Jordan to the front.
Smash that ball through the hoop.
Jordan getting right to him.
Well, once the ball went into Michael Jordan.
The 5, Shrimp with all 9 points in the third. Michael Jordan is back.
Not really anybody right now who's able to take the game over completely. Now, Shawn Kemp has been hot throughout, but they haven't been able to capitalize on that. And Gary Payton has struggled offensively.
Oh, Michael Jordan with a high arcing jump shot. And that had something to say to the Seattle bench.
Everybody's sharp all the time.
Shot clock at 5, 40 seconds remaining in the game. Jordan, yes. In dramatic fashion, the Bulls have won game 1, 107-90. We'll be right back. And Hopper able to keep it alive.
Longley is a very skilled player.
It's the Sonics 9 and the Bulls 8. Now Shrimp guarding Hopper. The backdoor pass for Johnson in just under 5 minutes in this first quarter. Jordan gets inside. And the game is tied after the slow start. And that was his first field goal. Sonics lead by 1.
Good thing for Seattle is how many shot attempts they're getting as Jordan is feeling it perfectly early on. Discipline so under control.
Jordan, the fadeaway on target, and Michael is 5 of 6. And back comes Jordan. Pippen putting the move on Hawkins. And hitting. Bulls lead 20-17.
I ran into Gary Payton on the elevator yesterday saying, I am not going to take any more of that from Michael Jordan.
And it's amazing how much information Matt can pick up on those elevators. Payton with the steal and puts it down. And then apparently had something to say to Jordan.
Not a good idea.
Pass. And Jordan for 3. That was an offensive sequence that was not going anywhere, and Michael able to bail them out.
Freed up his mind to concentrate on offense.
Jordan over Hawkins. Someone felt he was fouled. Shrimp with a bad pass. And here's Pippen with the breakaway. Here comes Jordan. Leading. And George Karl wants a timeout. 20-second timeout called by the Sonics. A 7-0 run by the Sonics since that Chicago 13-point lead. Jordan. Now the question on the lineup. Jordan trying to organize things. It's Perkins and Rodman. His inside arm. Well, let's see. Well, we need the hat trick. And it's controlled by Jordan. And now the foul with 3 7/10 seconds remaining. Oh, Payton and Jordan having some words face to face. And Harper guides Payton away. Now Shawn Kemp calming Gary Payton down.
Well, Michael well aware of the repercussions if he gets into any kind of trash talking or taunting or a possible throwing of a fist or a slap. He walks away and Kemp wisely gets Payton out of there.
It is Rodman. The Chicago Bulls escape with the victory. The Bulls over the Sonics 92-88.
And the Bulls say they are ready for this emotional onslaught from this crowd. They know the Bulls, that is, cannot ease into this ballgame. Seattle is starting to gain some confidence.
It is Irvin Johnson and Luke Longley on the opening tip. Pippen able to save that backdoor pass. Here is Jordan for 3.
In Seattle 0 for 3 from behind the line, continuing a disturbing trend as Jordan making that statement game.
Jordan, yes, 9 points this first quarter.
That's a classic example of just what great offense does to a very good defense, one of the top-rated defenses in the NBA, Seattle this year.
And a 3 for Jordan, that gives him 12. Bulls lead 30-12.
Now the Chicago Bulls respect the defense of Seattle. I think that's why they came out. They knew they would be tough in this building. That's why they have come out. They spaced the floor beautifully and passing the ball and making their shots to a team.
The steal by Jordan leading to the breakaway by Pippen. Jordan, yes, nicely done on the setup from Kukoc.
Guys who responds to the challenge. A very competitive guy, even though a quiet personality. Harper out, he knows it's his day.
And Michael Jordan picking it up. Jordan being guarded by Wingate. Shoots over. Yes. Oh, Michael is on fire now. 36-37 lead. Jordan. Yes. Michael Jordan. Hawkins for 3. They just cannot hit from downtown, and it leads to this. A fast break bucket by Jordan. The 2 points in the third quarter was not part of the offense, but figures to be a different story here in the fourth. Jordan with the pull-up. Yes, and it counts. Foul committed by Wingate. The Bulls winning game 3, 108-86. The Bulls led by Michael Jordan, who finished 11 of 23 from the field, 36 points. And now the Bulls and the Sonics look to game number 4.
Michael, finally a game that you guys can feel some satisfaction with. You won the last 2 games, but really not played very well. Today you played excellent.
Well, I thought we were going to give it away a little bit in the third quarter, but I think the first half we came out and basically took the crowd out of the game and took some of their momentum very early. And from that point on, I think we tried to control everything, and we pretty much did. I think when they started making a run at us in the third quarter, we just had to find something to contain them and slow them down because they were coming very hard.
How do you account for that start that you had today? Because in game 2, you guys started, very lethargic, no energy, but not tonight.
Well, as I said, I think when we get on the road, we become a little more focused. You know, we go out and we know what our jobs are, and we don't have to worry about, you know, family tickets and all a lot of distractions that we have to go through, man. It's good to be on the road so we can bond together and play better.
How about your focus? I know in the first couple of games you felt like you were struggling a little bit, but today you came in talking about making a statement.
Well, I know this is the Gloves home, and, you know, I wasn't going to verbalize, you know, any kind of confrontation with them. You know, I was just going to come out and play and let my basketball do all my talking. And, you know, I know that the crowd can get very hostile, but, you know, me personally, these are the things I like to play at, in the atmosphere that I like to play at. Just come in and focus on basketball and block everything else out.
All right, Michael, thanks a lot. Great game.
Lots of changes for the Supersonics. You just saw that Frank Burkowski is starting at center in place of Irvin Johnson. Another defensive adjustment. Defensive Player of the Year, Gary Payton, will start the game guarding Michael Jordan. That's a matchup many have wanted to see this entire series.
Gary Payton will have the initial defensive responsibility. Michael realizes it now, and usually when he has that smaller man, he will go right into the post.
Interesting. Ahmad said Michael told him they only need 1 out of 4. Michael told us he's got things he's got to get done. He's ready to take care of business.
And here is Jordan. So the Bulls with a 2-0 lead.
Double teaming, more defenders staying with their own man.
Here is Jordan. Back comes Pippen, has a 3-on-2. Jordan on the drive. Yes, and it counts. 69, the Bulls 49. Backdoor feed. The second game as head coach of the Knicks. And the Knicks beat the Bulls 104-72.
And the sad thing for Chicago is that you only get so many chances to make history. They had a chance to make history tonight.
You're talking in terms of going 15-1 during the playoffs, which would break that mark of 12 up and 1 down by the Philadelphia 76ers in 1983, the best run through the playoffs. Jordan, and it's tipped home by Rodman. The Bulls just did not step on the court and start the game the way they did, obviously. In game number 3, foul on Rodman. The Seattle Sonics will not be swept. This will go to a 5th game on Friday night here in Seattle.
Wear him out on the offensive end for Seattle.
Shrimp. Nice move, but way off on the shot, and here is Jordan. Has all 8 Seattle points. Here's the alley-oop for Jordan, who beat Payton for his second. Once again, the matchup at the start of tonight's game is Michael Jordan and Gary Payton. We talked with Payton about Jordan, and Gary with some words that will not be appreciated by Michael Jordan. Take a listen.
Jordan is not like he used to be Jordan. You know, he done got a little age. He was off of basketball. I think me playing him, I have to pressure him up a little bit. My best bet is to stop him is to really get him tired. You know, when he gets tired, you know, he doesn't take as many shots. A lot of people come and double him, and then, you know, he has to get a lot of rest. So I think if, you know, I keep trying to play him tough and go at him in both ends of the floor and get him tired, that's a big advantage to me.
The foolishness of youth. Gary Payton, he'll learn to regret that statement.
And Jordan gets inside, but could not convert. Rebounded by Burkowski. And left Shrimp replaced by Hersey Hawkins. And Jordan able to get inside. Michael's 3rd field goal, 3 of 5, 6 points. And the Bulls lead 18-12.
Non-factor.
Scottie Pippen is trying to shoot his way back into it. Michael Jordan, yes, and it counts.
Michael Jordan, as the strain of the playoffs wears on, he'll continue to shine.
Jordan, yes, and it counts.
And 4 Martin about Chicago having to fight these guys off back from square one. Jordan able to deliver out of the timeout.
Shrimp. Rebounded by Rodman. Jordan behind the back to beat Burkowski. Goes right at Wingate. What a move by Michael Jordan. Indicated by Jess Kersey.
Well, on the fly pattern to Michael Jordan on the catch, realizing he had a defender there, able in midair to collect himself, go behind his back, and gather himself and still finish the play. A spectacular Michael Jordan play.
A little bit of everything. You go high to catch the ball, you land, you change direction in midair. 2 or 3 different times.
But the Bulls get it right back, setting up for a final shot of the half. Jordan fires.
Oh, magnificent, beautiful performance.
Nice move by Jordan. Michael again taking it to the hoop. And he's been going to the drive more frequently than throughout the playoffs and the regular season. They are on their feet at Key Arena, ready for the defense. Jordan battling against Payton. Finding Kerr for 3. Now it's called a 2. He had the foot on the line. So process. Jordan with the roll. Yes! Michael Jordan with 24 in the fourth quarter.
Well up the lane that time for Shawn Kemp. That'll be the key for Seattle the rest of the way.
Jordan. So Michael Jordan back on the floor. Wow, the final home appearance for the Sonics. And you'd think they've won the championship. But there are games to follow. Dennis Rodman, very quiet, Game 5 in Seattle. Michael Jordan. Oh, he knew on the release. Coach has come on for the first time. The Bulls obviously would prefer having Kukoc come off the bench. Jordan for Longley.
Scottie Pippen continues to play perfect basketball.
Trying to draw contact, no call, but Longley got it to Jordan. Here's Jordan. 13 points. Got the step on Rakowski. Jordan with the putback. The Bulls have a 15-point lead. Jordan, shoot. The Michael Jordan comeback will be complete. Here is Jordan kicking it out. Pippen. We are just under 1 minute remaining, and the Bulls will have won their 4th title. We're in the final second. The Chicago Bulls have won the 95-96 NBA championship. Make it 4 in 6 years as they defeat the Sonics 87-75. And they are going wild in the Windy City. Rodman, his 3rd after the 2 with Detroit. An emotional moment for Michael Jordan. The tears are flowing. We'll be talking with Michael in just a few moments, and I would think there is a tie-in with his late dad on this Father's Day, 1996.
After the 2 losses in Seattle, was there even a tinge of worry coming in tonight?
We were never worried. We had these people to come home to, home crowd. That's right, home cooking. We knew we'd win it right here.
Michael, I know that the first one was sweet, but how much sweeter was this one?
Well, you know, I can't even put it in words. On Father's Day, what it means to me. I know he's watching. To my wife, and to my kids, and to my mother, my brothers and sisters. This is for Daddy. I'm very happy for him.
Now, you had said, Michael,
accomplishments that you've made that this may be the accomplishment? Why?
Well, this goes right up there to having my kids. My kids are the most important things to me, my wife, my family. But next to them, this is going to mean a lot to me because of what it symbolizes, which is my father on Father's Day. It means a big deal to me.
Now, you remember just a couple of years ago that early flight to Indiana where it all started. Now, all of a sudden, it looks like this is a culmination.
It's been a long road. You know, it started from scratch. You know, I had a lot of support from my teammates, from my family. I'm just happy for the city of Chicago. I'm sorry I was out for 18 months, but I'm happy I'm back to bring a championship back to Chicago.
I know this is what you're pointing for, but as we look back at the baseball, we were talking the other day that you've almost forgotten about that. Seems like years ago.
I haven't truly forgot it. You know, those minor leaguers meant a lot to me. They really got me back on the road of thinking basketball. They showed me the genuine attitude that you have when you're playing a sport that you truly love. So I give a lot of gratification to the minor league organization, the White Sox organization for giving me that inspiration. But it's always great to come back and play in Chicago.